Are you an empath and you are in a relationship with an emotionally abusive narcissist and you want to make them just lose their mind? By the end of this video, I'm going to give you 10 ways to make them do that. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung. I am an attorney. I'm also a narcissist negotiation expert. I've written 2 best-selling books. I have a third one that is in pre-sales right now. And I want to help you escape the clutches of an emotionally abusive narcissist. That is why I release brand new videos every single day. And that is why you should subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell right now, because I'm over here giving you free information, free content, because it is time for you to stop the madness right now. So by the end of this video, I'm going to give you 10 things to do. And the last one is the best one. I want you to actually be able to communicate powerfully, actually be the powerful one in this relationship for a change. So you're going to just stop running. You're going to shift that dynamic. You're going to start moving forward. You know, you weren't conditioned overnight. You can't start conditioning them back overnight. It's got to be baby steps, right? That first step is to not react. That first step is to stop running. When you're starting to shift that dynamic, you're starting to turn it around. You're changing how things have been. And are they going to like it? No, they're not. When that love bombing came on, they were conditioning you. They were letting you know that there was a different game in town, and you're letting them know that there's a different game in town back. So when you don't react, how are you doing that? Well, number 2 is you are drawing a line. You're drawing a line in how that you allow them to treat you. How are you allowing them to treat you? So what does that mean? That means that when you're having conversations with them, it is okay for you to say, I am not comfortable with the way this conversation is taking place right now. Now, we are going to stop this conversation until you're ready to talk to me in a way that I feel is respectful. That's number 2. They will not like that. They will lose their mind when you try to do that. But that's okay, because you're conditioning them back. You're now saying, you know, you don't get to treat me this way. You know, there are certain things that are negotiable. And I say, what's negotiable? Issues, terms and contracts, anything with regard to things that you're going to write down in a contract. But you know what's not negotiable? Your self-respect. Those things are not negotiable. And so you're letting them know that these things are not negotiable anymore. And step 3 is, if they don't stop the conversation, you can get up and leave if they don't stop the conversation. Step 1, don't run. Step 2, draw that line. Step 3, thank you very much, but we can resume this conversation at a time that you are ready to. You are no longer allowing them to control the situation. You are controlling the situation. If they say, come back here, whatever you say, absolutely, I will, when you are ready. And then the next one is that you can actually have an agenda or a plan when you go to speak with them, because then you are limiting the conversation. You can say, this is the conversation. We are going to speak about this. This is the scope that we are going to be talking about. And if it goes beyond the scope of this particular conversation, then we are going to be drawing it back to this particular topic. And beyond that, we're not going to talk about it. And then you can actually limit the time that you're going to sit and talk to them as well. If it goes beyond the time limit, you can actually say, I'm sorry, but I have another engagement, or I have an appointment, or whatever. But that's it. That's it. You taking control. you not allowing them to push you on anything anymore. You are allowed to control the situation and not allow them to control the situation. Step 1, you've not run. Step 2, you've drawn that line. Step 3, you've said you need to speak to me with respect. Step 4, you can get up if you want. Step 5, you can have an agenda or a plan when you go to speak with them. And if it goes beyond that, you can stop the conversation once again. Step 6 is that you can be honest with them and tell them what it is that you want. I wouldn't show them your cards. I would actually have a strategy. I would actually have a plan, because you are now moving into what I say step 1, don't run. Step 2, make a U-turn. You're starting to turn things around here. So you're starting to see through them. So once you start to see through them, they're going to really start to know that things are changing. There's a new game in town. They're going to start to be more like a toddler who's having a tantrum on the floor. They're not going to like what's happening. So you can be honest with them, but don't be too honest with them about what it is that you actually want, because once they know what you want, they're going to go, well, that's the thing that I want to make sure that you don't actually get to have. So the next thing that I want you to do is I want you to ignore their attempts to try to guilt you, shame you, love bomb you back, manipulate you, all of the things that they're going to try to do once they figure out what is happening here. Because once again, they are like a toddler who's having a tantrum on the floor. They see that things aren't going their way. They see that, their old tactics aren't working. So they're going to start to get more and more desperate. They're going to start to turn up the heat, up the ante a little bit or a lot. And, remember, with a narcissist, you're either for them or against them. And so since you're against them, you're going to be like public enemy number 1. They have to come after you. They have to do all these things. It's going to get harder and harder for you to stand your ground and do the things that you are doing here, laying out your plan. You've got to hold up, because, the more you do, the more powerful you will be. All right. So that will absolutely make them lose their mind. So continue to ignore them, because the next thing is see right through them. That's number 9, is see right through them. The more you see right through them, the more it will make them lose their minds. And then the last one is you are going to expose them. This is all part of my SLAY strategy: leverage, anticipate, and focus on you. And that's why I want you to put SLAY in the comments right now, because you are so ready to slay. I know you are. You are so ready to slay. That is what you are going to be doing, is slay and walk away. And I know that that is the next step for you. It is going to be so much easier to do once you have the right strategies and you put them in place. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab a copy of my free phrases for disarming narcissists. Just go to disarmthenarc.com and grab that. You can also pre-order my brand new book, slaythebully.com. Just go to slaythebully.com and you will get tons and tons of all kinds of free stuff, including a whole copy of the book early if you do that, and join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. Make sure that you have subscribed to this channel, hit that notification bell, and then the very next video that we are going to watch together is how to fight back against the narcissist manipulation. We're going to watch that together next, because that's what we're going to do. I'm Rebecca Zung, and I will see you in that next video.